Good afternoon, folks. We're up by the Ermine Street again, as you can hear. It's quite busy, ambulances going by. It's the 5th of March today. We're up on that field again where I found that, I confirmed it's a Celtic part of a chariot mount or something or other, probably 1st century BC. Looks like Russia might be getting aggressive with the in the Crimea region, so let's hope we won't need to factor 10,000 sun cream before too long. I got something in the hole here which was a bit worrying. I'm going to show you why in a minute, because in this field during the last war they practiced some grenade throwing, I believe, and I've been finding a few fragments over in this corner. I'll show you a piece in a minute, but I've got a big signal down here. I'm going to film it, but you shouldn't really do this really. It's deep and it's quite big, but I'm going to be very careful. See what we got. Hope I'll catch you later. Yeah, this is why you got to be careful. Look, in World War II they obviously did a bit of grenade practice out here, because if you look, that there is a base plug for a Mills bomb. You can see it's got the thread and that's the alloy bit that the detector will find, but I'm not sure whether the detector finds the whole piece. But you see, I've got this big hole down here. It's a deep signal. I'm going to very carefully I've got to dig this big signals, because there's been some interesting finds made here, and I'm just going to be very gingerly. You can feel like it's deep. It's about 8 inches down, but if you listen, it's solid. There's a solid metal object down there. I'm just going to lever him up. Lever part of it out. See it there, look? It's just a lot of water in the hole. The field's all been flooded up here. There it's there, look. It's like feels like a shell actually. You're going to be very, very careful, because if you find a whole grenade out here, you need to mark it and get the hell out pretty quick. But no, that's a shell, or it's a big signal. Look at that, look. Strange looking for sure. That's strange. That's not a shell. Looks like a bloody great big chest piece or something. Look at that. Cut about 8 inches down. Filthy wet conditions out here. Now that is interesting. I know I found that chariot mount the other day. I'm not saying that's the same age, but that's a big piece. Big piece of copper alloy. It's a bit rough cast. It's like full of mud, as you would expect. I should rinse them off a bit in that mud. So the water table up here is colossal. You got like flooding everywhere up here. This is not part of a World War II bomb anyway. Thought it might be for a minute. I thought it might have been another Heinkel 111 casing out of a 20mm or something or other, or an 18mm, because I found one in the next field. The Germans used to strafe the around here, probably because there was a searchlight post in the next field, possibly. That's probably why the grenades are here, but they probably practiced in the event of an attack. But look at that, look. That is it's decorated. It's got ribbon on the bottom there. That is strange. So there's a colossal signal with the detector, but interesting. We'll get him back and we'll have a study. No bangs this time, fortunately. But as I say, that would scare you if it was a bit gloomy and you unearthed that next to all them grenade fragments. That would worry you a little bit, wouldn't it? Interesting. After another one for the FLO, I think. At least, interesting, fascinating that. See what else we can find before it gets too late. As I say, the Russians invaded the Ukraine region there in the Crimea, and that looks like that might get a bit scary, but we don't need another war. Not the next one to be the last. Thank you. Yeah, we began the day by finding a couple of these base plugs for Mills bombs, which are, as you probably commonly more known as the hand grenade. As you can see, they've got War Department markings on there. One of them's dated in the circle 1940 and the other one's dated 1942. So they would date to that searchlight post that was there in World War II. But like I say, there must have been a fair bit of grenade throwing going on for these base plugs to be regularly turning up. But so if you get a big signal in the field and you unearth something large, you've got to be on the wary side, really. But this thing I did find with a deep big signal with the Goldmax is this rough cast thingamajig. I ain't got a clue what it is. Any observations would be helpful. Looks like cast brass or bronze, copper alloy. A bit of rib decoration and a couple of mounting holes down the bottom, but it's thinly cast down in the midsection, because you can say it's got some really paper thin perforations showing there. Well, right at the end of the day, I mean, that was quite interesting. I mean, them base plugs are pretty collectible, but right in the gateway down the bottom I had a bit of a bonus, because I managed to find this rather nice copper alloy seal, probably of Georgian period, with a bit of gilding on there. And as you can see, if you look very carefully, you can see that it's got a nice intact intaglio. It looks a bit like a Roman figurine on there, but yeah, nice little bonus. Hope you enjoyed these little bits. If we can get some more for you soon. Excellent.